Hello and welcome to our fourth edition of From the Inbox. We are so glad that you've joined us today and we're excited about your questions. I want to thank you for joining us today, and we're going to go to our first question right now from Logan County. Blanche, I watched the President's national address this week, officially ending the war in Iraq. As a veteran of the Vietnam War, I am gravely concerned about the care our soldiers will get when they come home, because I've been there before. Many of them will have scars that aren't physical, and our government needs to stand ready to treat them. What have you done, and what will you do on behalf of veterans? This veteran is so right, and first I'd like to thank this veteran for their service to our nation, and to thank all of our veterans for their courageous service in uniform to our nation, and we are so all very, very grateful. It is true that not all of the scars that our veterans come home with are physical. That's why I've called for making needed investments in mental health care initiatives to ensure the VA has the capacity to deal with increased cases of traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder. My dad was an infantryman in Korea. I have the highest respect for the men and women in uniform, and I believe we should spare no expense when it comes to our soldiers. I am, as all Americans are, extremely grateful for the sacrifice our service members and their families make to keep our country safe. That's why I fought so hard on their behalf. If you'd like to learn more about my work on behalf of veterans, I encourage you to visit my website, www.blancheforsenate.com/veterans. That was a great question on behalf of our veterans. Thank you so much. Our second question today comes from right here in Pulaski County. Senator, I've seen your TV commercial talking about Congressman Boozman's support for a national sales tax. Why is this bad for Arkansas? You're right. Congressman Boozman has been a strong supporter of the national sales tax plan. His proposal would replace the federal income tax with a sales tax of over a quarter on every dollar for everything from groceries to mortgage loan payments, in addition to state income tax and local sales tax that you would still be responsible for. His national sales tax would shift the tax burden to the poor and the middle class, and Congressman Boozman's proposal would unnecessarily burden retirees who are living on money they have saved, money that was already taxed when they earned it, meaning that seniors will be taxed twice. That's just not fair. His plan would result in the elimination of the home mortgage interest deduction, which many Arkansas families rely on to achieve the American dream of owning their own home. Plus, his tax would add 30% to the price of a new home. In 2004, a study found that fair tax would raise taxes on 95% of Arkansans. I think that's just a plain bad idea. My number one priority for Arkansas is creating jobs and putting our economy back on track. That's why I've worked for tax cuts that allow working families and small businesses to get ahead and emerge from the economic crisis stronger and more competitive. And that's why I've worked to make the child tax credit permanent, repeal the marriage penalty, and create the 10% bracket. Because these are the kind of tax cuts that have the greatest impact on working families, those that need the relief the most. If you'd like to learn more about my plan to get our economy back on track, visit my website, www.blancheforsenate.com/economy. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in today, and please keep those questions coming. We'll see you next time.